Hello, this is Kelly Wheeler of the Kelly Wheeler Group, brokered by eXp Realty, and I wanted to give you a video on my For Sale by Owner program that's designed to help assist you as you sell your home by owner. Let me tell you what this program is not. This is not a program for me to come to your house and convince you to list with me. This is not a program for me to pressure you to let me come view your home and then at that point pressure you to list with me. This is a program that I have developed truly for people selling for sale by owner who want to have some of the tips that professional real estate agents use to be able to market their home and expose it to the most opportune buyer. So having said that, give me just a little bit of time and I want to share with you some things that you can do and some things that I can give you for free while you're on this journey of selling your home by owner. Now, one of the first things I want to say is I have access to buyers for your home, and I'm willing to give these to you. I'm willing to actually drop off a list of buyers that you can communicate with right now that will be some of the most opportune buyers that you can talk to with regards to buying your home. Allow me to explain how we find a buyer. When we're selling a home as a real estate agent, there's 4 sources to uncover to find buyers for a home. I call these 4 groups. Group 1 is first-time home buyers. Now, they may buy. Group 2, these are targeted lists of MLS buyers. These are a must-buy. Group 3, these are my company buyers. These are buyers that I've gone out, and while we don't really know exactly what home they're going to be buying, they are in the process of getting approved, and then we'll sit down with them and start looking at what their criteria for a home is. And Group 4, these are my personal buyers. These are buyers that I personally work with who are out looking actively during the month for homes. Now, we want to focus on groups 1 and 2, and let me tell you why. The typical home each group buys. In Group 1, these are first-time home buyers. They're going to buy entry-level priced homes. These are first-time homeowners looking for homes, I don't know, between $150,000 and $225,000. Group 2, these are repeat home buyers. We call these move-up or move-down buyers. And they buy at various prices. Now, which group do you think most appeals to your home? That's a question you have to answer. Now, which group is easier as an agent or a homeowner to identify and reach out to? Group 1, the first-time home buyers, these are difficult. They're not found on the MLS or multiple listing service. These are buyers you have to go out and find either on social media, possible referrals, or run ads on Google. Now, Group 2, these are repeat home buyers. These are the most opportune buyers. They're easy to find. They're all found on the multiple listing service or MLS. Group 2 are sellers who currently have their homes listed for sale on the MLS. Now, understanding how the MLS partners with us as agents to find our Group 2 buyers, it's the best possibility for partnership. And once I show you why, it's going to make sense. When I come and meet with you, if you'll allow me, and again, if you let me come into your house, this is not a listing presentation to get pressured. If you want to continue selling by owner, I'm going to give you some free tools to do that, but I'm also going to drop you off for free a list of buyers you can communicate with right now that are your most opportune, and I'll bring this MLS buyer list with me. Now, how I developed this list of buyers and why this list is so important to your sale, and how did I partner with the MLS board to monitor this list? Not only will I create the list of buyers that will be buying in the next 5 to 39 days, I can also track where these buyers are at in regard to really being ready to make offers. They are the most motivated buyers of any buyer we work with. What do MLS sellers do after selling? They become a buyer. They either move up to a more expensive home or they move down. So watch this. In our area, and I happen to live in Lake County, Florida, but I service all of Central Florida. There are over 1,800 real estate agents, and these agents are putting listings into the MLS every hour of every day. Now, when a homeowner puts their house for sale, what are they going to do when that home sells? You got it. They're buying a home. And so what we try to do using an algorithm is to find out what type of buyer we should be going after that would make offers on your home. And we track these sellers using the MLS so we know when they're ready to buy. And this is something that, unfortunately, 99.9% of all agents that are licensed right now in this county and other counties are not doing. And this is why they're not as successful in selling their homes. And they spend thousands of dollars with Zillow buying buyer leads that you should be getting, but you don't. How do we do this? We use something called a hot sheet within the MLS. And again, give me about 15 to 20 minutes and I'll break down how this works for you as a seller. But on this hot sheet, we can set up your address and we can do a 5-mile perimeter because most buyers are coming within 5 miles of your address, either moving up or moving down. Now this hot sheet will inform me when a listed seller sells their home and it goes pending and is now converted to a must-buy buyer. It informs us when new sellers come onto the market and are now targeted buyers for your home, and we monitor these homes daily to identify and match up for the buyers that we bring to our sellers. Now there's 2 types of targeted MLS buyers, the move-up buyer and the move-down. Most sellers when sold either move up to a more expensive home. Some sellers when sold move down to a less expensive home. The more expensive home buyers are going to be the move-up buyers. And they move up in a 20 to 40% increase in price. I'll go over that in a minute. The move-down buyers also move down using a 20 to 40% algorithm, and that's how we ascertain who is a perfect buyer for your home. Now let's do the math to produce the list of targeted MLS buyers. Allow us to do the math to find your targeted buyer, and here's how we do it. Your home value estimate. Let's just say your home is worth $500,000. The top of the range at 20% is $100,000. Bottom of the range at 40% is $200,000. Next, we've got to find the range of your move-up buyer. Your move-up buyer has a house right now that's worth between $300,000 and $400,000 according to our math. And that is going to put them in a position to move up to a $500,000 or greater home. Did you see how that worked? So we're going to target in the MLS sellers who are selling their home and need to move up, and their homes are listed between $300,000 and $400,000. Now, let's do the math to find your move-down buyer. Your targeted move-down buyer, top of range, 500 plus 200 is 700,000. So going off of a $500,000 home, your home, if your home is listed at 500, the top of the range would be a buyer, or I'm sorry, in this case, a seller who has a $700,000 house, and the low range would be 600,000. So again, let's reiterate. The move-down buyer on a $500,000 home, which in this case would be technically the type of home that we're targeting, the top of range for a move-down buyer would be 700, bottom is 600. So your move-up buyer range are sellers listed between $600,000 and $700,000 who are looking to downsize. So you've got a move-up buyer in the $300,000 to $400,000 range for a $500,000 home, and a move-down buyer in the $600,000 to $700,000 range. That's a move down. And what we want to do is find those sellers in the MLS, target them, and then using the MLS hot sheets, we will be notified as soon as their house goes pending, and that is the buyer that we're going to bring to show your home. Now, what's the 5-mile radius rule? A seller, when sold, becomes a targeted MLS buyer. So when a seller sells their home and it goes pending, that's the buyer we're going to target to bring to the homes that are listed. They now have money to buy. Most of these sellers, when they close on a home, they have money now for down payment and closing costs. Most of these targeted MLS buyers live within a 5-mile radius of your particular home. And when they buy a home, it will be within this 5-mile radius. The radius rule is a buyer strategy and not a hard fact rule. Now, let's go ahead and summarize. The 5-mile radius, 17 times out of 20, they're going to come from the 5-mile radius. The 5-mile radius, 3 times out of 20, will be people that are outside of the 5-mile radius, and those are also people that we're going to target. Now, I focus within the 5-mile radius. Most MLS agents focus outside the 5-mile. So within this 5-mile radius, 17 times out of 20, that's where a seller who sells their home is going to be buying. Outside of the 5-mile radius, 3 times out of 20, buyers who were sellers that sold their home will be purchasing outside of that range. So I'm going to focus on the majority of the sellers who go pending and now need to buy for particular homes that I represent. Did that make sense? You have every agent on the MLS board now working for you when you sell your home. The $500,000 move-up example. These sellers, when sold, move up to your $500,000 home. A move-up buyer, $300,000, $350,000, $375,000, and $400,000 will be looking to move up to a more expensive home. The move-down example, on a $500,000 home, you're going to be targeting $600,000 homeowners, $650,000, $675,000, and $700,000 homeowners that when they sell that home, they're moving down to a home that's in the $500,000 range. What will you do when your home is sold? Will you move up or will you move down? Answer that question for yourself. Are you going to either, one, buy another house, or two, rent? If you're going to buy another house, are you going to buy something bigger or something smaller? And where will you be buying? See, you're also a targeted MLS buyer to a seller currently listed for sale. But is the seller listed with an agent who knows MLS target marketing? Probably not. What I do for you each and every day. Step one, homes are tracked daily. Once I ascertain your move up and your move down buyer, I'm going to create a list within the MLS that I pay for of targeted buyers. That list will let me know as soon as their home is sold, they're going to start getting communicated by me daily to get the seller's agent that sold their home to bring that buyer to your home. These are called the MLS hot sheets, and I can show those to you should we meet. Step two, when a targeted home is identified as sold, I immediately contact the listing agent. Step three, I then direct that agent to the internet, your home, and I try to get them to go ahead and motivate their buyer to come look at your home. I repeat this process until your home is sold. The MLS selling success cycle. New listings come onto the MLS daily. First-time buyers provide the initial power to the MLS. Listings sell and clients become move up or move down buyers. You make a move up or move down, buy and exit the cycle. You see, barring Facebook and internet ads, which a lot of big brokerages do, they go and they hunt for buyers on Google, they hunt for buyers on Facebook, and you've probably seen those ads if you're a social media savvy person. But the MLS is by far the most powerful system on the planet for finding a buyer. Think about it this way. People are only going onto the MLS if they're selling their home. Think about this. If they're selling their home, 98% of all sellers are on the MLS. What are they doing when their home sells? You got it. They're buying another one. And we're going to expose your home to that seller that's now a buyer. It's the best strategy. The MLS is the most powerful marketing system on the planet. It's the easiest way to target your buyer, and we instantly know when a seller is ready to buy because of the hot sheets. Targeted MLS buyers move up and move down. So contact me. I will bring you a list of targeted MLS buyers that I find on your home where you can actually reach out to the agent. This list will include photos of the homes where the MLS buyers are now living. You see, I like to tell people I have OCD, obsessive closing disorder. Now, like I said at the beginning, if you'll allow me to come see you, I promise you I'm not going to push you to list with me. I would rather have a relationship with you. As a matter of fact, if you're going to be buying a home, I would love to represent you as a buyer's agent. We can talk about giving you an 18-month love it or listed on a home you buy through me. If you have to sell that home in the first 18 months, you're not going to pay me a commission to list it. If you are buying another home and I represent you, I'm going to heavily negotiate with the seller to pay a portion or all of your closing costs. And guys, if I can't do that, you're going to get at least $500 from me at the closing table to use for closing. The other thing, if you decide to list with me, and I'm not going to pressure you for it, but if you do, a lot of cases I'm able to list homes from sellers who are going to be buyers and let me work with them for a 1% listing fee. So guys, my program is designed to help you out and maximize your profitability. And by the way, go ahead and contact me. My email is below. The phone number is there. You can text me. I want to give you not only a list of 20 to 30 buyers you can be contacting right now about your home for free, I'm going to give you a free property website. You can literally have a gorgeous website set up within 10 minutes that you can share not only on your advertising, on your social media. You can upload that website to your Zillow listing. You can also, and oh, by the way, I'll give you some tips on how to maximize Zillow. If you think you're getting leads from Zillow, you're sorely mistaken. Go and look at your listing on Zillow. The first 3 people that get leads are agents who are purchasing leads from Zillow. So Zillow's sending that to the people that buy their leads. And that little contact form at the top that says, show me more information about your house, that's going to an agent. So I will show you how to put some I'll give you some tips on what to do on your listing to get them to call you instead. So guys, there's a whole lot of stuff here. I'd love to work with you guys. And the whole reason for this program is if you decide to list with an agent, that you will have seen the absolute value I bring to you, and you'll list with me. But if you don't list with me, I'm going to give you every opportunity to use tools that I use to be successful, to maximize your profitability, to find the right buyer, and to close your home. I'm a wealth of information and a wealth of knowledge, and I would love to come meet you guys. All right, I guess that'll be it. Thank you for watching. I know it's a little long, but I wanted to share this with you so that you can see that selling by owner is extremely profitable. There's just some things that you're going to need to do to affect the outcome and your profitability. Again, there's my contact information, 407-832-6604, kellywheelergroup@gmail.com. Communicate with me and let me know if we can have a conversation. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day and happy selling.